Hey everyone, it's Ash Manson, and I want to talk to you about something today. I want to talk to you about what I consider the best feud in WWE right now, the best feud they've had in a really long time. As a matter of fact, the only feud in recent memory that I think even compares to this one is the one between Edge and John Cena that lasted much of 2006. But that one had its faults, whereas this one not so much. The feud I'm talking about is MVP and Matt Hardy. It's a really drawn out feud, and that's why some people are saying that it works. However, you see, the thing is that length in a wrestling feud is not inherently a good thing. You can make a 6-month program between Batista and the Great Khali, and nobody's going to give a fuck, no matter what you do, at least not the smart fans anyway. The thing that makes MVP and Matt Hardy work is that the two of them can work, the two of them can talk, and the most important thing, the one thing that they fucked up so bad in Cena Edge, is that it's perfectly feasible that if the two of them had a one-on-one match, that Matt Hardy could go over cleanly and MVP could go over cleanly. They've both beaten each other. The thing with Cena Edge, and although that feud was great, I'm not a fan of Cena, but I like that feud. The thing that fucked that feud up is they built Cena up as Edge's superior. You knew that Cena was going to win unless Edge pulls some underhanded tactic. The match wasn't going to end with Edge going cleanly over, so if it ever seemed like Edge was going to win, just erase that from your fucking mind. It wasn't going to happen. And MVP and Matt Hardy, on the other hand, they started this feud off with MVP beating Matt Hardy. I think he beat him more than once for the United States Championship. And then Matt, he's like, well shit, I'll beat you in so many other different competitions until you give me the United States title shot. Then they won the tag team titles and they started to, there was... tension was being relieved, it wasn't being eliminated, but, they grew to tolerate each other. And they had a great run as the tag team champions until the whole thing with The Miz and John Morrison happened, and they just recently lost the titles. And then finally, at the very end of, the feud's far from over, but the tag team title run anyway, Matt Hardy, this is the part that confuses me though. It seems like this whole idea is to build Matt up, like he's slowly fucking getting to that United States title, that little hump he needs to get over in his ascension towards the world title scene. The thing that confuses me is that they have Matt Hardy get beat twice. They pin him and they make him submit on his way up, up to the United States title hump. That confused me a little, but they kind of explained it at the end when they had MVP attack his knee, and they kind of make it seem like, an against all odds kind of thing. And, I fucking hate that, oh, the odds are against the babyface. Can he overcome them? I hate that fucking scenario. But there's just some reason that Matt Hardy is just making it work. This whole thing is really fucking working, and I think that is... I think that's something WWE should look at. I think they should look at how the things between MVP and Matt Hardy are progressing and maybe apply them to future storylines. Like I said, the length isn't inherently a good thing. You don't want 5-6 month programs between two guys no one cares about. But I think ultimately this is going to be a great thing, because there's always something that's confused me about Matt Hardy, is that the guy, he's great in the ring and he can talk. He's getting better at it, but they've been spoon-feeding guys these second-tier titles. Let's say guys like Carlito, guys like Santino Marella. They'll come into the company and they'll just throw them the United States or the Intercontinental title right away. Whereas Matt Hardy's it's taken him so fucking long to get to that United States title point. But when he gets there, when he finally gets that match between MVP and he finally beats him, it will fucking mean something. It will mean a lot. Hardy debuted in 98, was it? And he's finally winning a fucking second tier title. It only takes people a year or two to get into world title contention nowadays. It's going to fucking mean something. Those titles, sans the world titles, haven't meant shit lately, and I think this is a very good thing. This is just something to think about. I think WWE's been doing a lot of stupid things lately, but I can't give them enough praise about this MVP and Matt Hardy feud, and I can't wait to see what happens at Survivor Series. I'm out.